All right, dude from Algeria. Which looks like a lady. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, nice, nice. Yeah, let's full send here. Not plunder the knight. All right, let's do this. That's interesting. No, I just get kicked. Yeah. So let's go here. Now I could do this. Get rid of the castle. But I do like the dark squared bishop pin. That's nice. Now this knight is free, and I'm defending this pawn twice. He's really only attacking it once because this knight can't move very well. Rook comes over, push. Yeah, I mean, if she expands too much on the king side, this could be a weakness. Kind of okay with this, actually. Okay. That is good, good, good. I can get this. She comes out this way. Okay, now I'm starting to get confused as to the moves here. Repin the knight. Yeah. Come out this way. Yeah, let's go. Gotta watch my back rank. Now I can go here. Threaten a variety of diabolical moves. Here, I guess, specifically. Yeah, but the knight being pinned is, like, super advantageous. Let's just play one safe move here, because I don't see a knockout punch. She gonna come back? Probably. Yeah, okay, this is going to be interesting. Let's go here first and then double up. King ever moves, I take the knight. Shoot, where is the knockout? I think it's here first. Oh, I just gotta move, that's all. Okay, now I go here and here. Hard queening. But you can't stop it. GG. Right here. Right now we're gonna walk all the way up to the rook, go here, and then here. Boom. Nice game. Let's review this one because material was equal pretty much the whole way. The issue was the pawn pushing. I don't think she stopped it adequately. Well, clearly. It says I had a decent attack in the early middle game. This was interesting. Good development. Okay, trade there is not the best. Wants me to come out this way. Let's explore this line because I'm not familiar with this. And they take. Then what? Just castle. Gives me a slight advantage down a pawn. Yeah, I don't like the look of that, but okay. No human's gonna play that. So I trade. Defend. Castle. Or pin and then castle. So here, yeah, after this move, actually removing my bishop, then she had 2 attackers and I only had 1 defender. So I could have taken, didn't want to give up bishop for knight, plus then the queen comes out because she has no reason to damage her pawn structure. So yeah, she coulda, woulda, shoulda taken there. Here I'm finally able to defend in time. King comes forward. I guess maybe defending the pawns, defending the knight, all of the above. But I was like, all right, well, let's get a pin going. My computer actually says the best move is to sacrifice the rook in this pin. Okay. Queen comes out, more pressure on this pinned knight here. I saw a way in. She shut the door on that. I played one move of defense. And she comes towards this bishop. She didn't think it was doing too much at the moment. So I was like, all right, I'll double up. She comes back. I'm like, oh no, are we gonna repeat? I hope not. Okay, so I was supposed to keep the tension. Just come here. Okay. Anyway, I decide, all right, let's trade. But now it's like dead equal. And her king being active now, I think might actually even be an asset to her position. So I double up, try to restrict some movement. May or may not have blundered a pawn there that she missed. Coming back this way. Trying to formulate something, takes. And then I drop back this way. She could have taken that other one. Not sure why she didn't. But I was like, all right, I'm just going to park in front of these pawns. Trade. And then she never took. I was like, all right, I'm going to defend. She comes back, and I'm like, all right, let's trade. I'm going to advance my rook all the way. And then push. And here I thought she could get in the square. So when I push, she can come this way, right? So the computer wants her to do this. Maybe looking for some counterplay. Issue is then I just, come in like this. Rook comes back. I push again. Then what? She just hides. Yeah. Okay, yeah. You need that shield because the rook comes over this way. Or you need to be on the 7th or 2nd ranks. So okay, back to this. She starts pushing this way. And I'm like, all right, let's trade. No problem. I'm going to keep pushing. She advances. It doesn't stop my plan, I wonder if she was thinking if she can get her king in here. A check like this, if it was defended. Wouldn't quite be checkmate because I could come out. So, but I understand the reasoning, Instead, she comes forward with the king sideways, I guess. I'm like, all right, time to promote. She takes. I'm like, all right, let's get this king along some file. Boom. Locked out. Can never get closer. So yeah, if you're not familiar with how to checkmate with just a rook and a king, you can imagine that all 6 of these pawns are just not there for this exercise. Visit the chess lab, and you can see in the classroom tab this drill, and you can practice it on your own as well. So bring the rook very, very far away. There are actually a couple methods of doing this. This one I think is a little bit simpler and avoids stalemating, but sometimes you have to do a little dance. It might take a couple extra moves. But we're far from 50, and technically either of us could still advance a pawn and reset the 50 move rule, similar with this capture. Okay. She's coming in. I need to get in opposition, right? But right now she has the move. So I'm like, okay, how do I waste a move? Just like that. Now it's her move again. Now if she had actually gone this way, then I can't actually come down here. So I'd have to get creative, maybe go this way. But anyway, okay, not to confuse the situation. She comes right back up, which allows me to give this check. Now that's important that the kings are in opposition when the rook gives the check, because the king can no longer move to either of these squares, and since my king is blocking these 3, the king has to go backwards to one of those 3. Boom, she goes this way. I take knight opposition because it's her move. right? And so she can either come down and I'll maintain the knight opposition, and eventually when she gets to the edge of the board, she has to come back up, where she'll be in direct opposition to me. So we do that, and there it is. Opposition, check again. Here, I could have gone in direct opposition, because either she runs this way, and I waste a move like this to regain opposition, and then checkmate, or if I go here, she comes up, and then I just bring the rook to the other side. So anyway, my mistake was coming here, and then she marches towards my rook. I'm like, all right, keep going, keep going. Once she got all the way over there, right, my king is here. So I just got to bring the rook down. She starts coming back for it. And here's where I waste the move. One square. Queen moves away, or king rather, keeps running, chasing. King's got one move. Boom. Checkmate.